All right, so Dr. Lawrence here with my patient Scott. And Scott was referred by a couple patients to the office because he was suffering with some lower back pain. And it's probably been about 1.5 years since you've been in, Scott. And when you first came in was when we had just gotten our spinal decompression table. So tell me a little bit about what you had going on, why your friends recommended that you come in and check out the office.
I had been hurt on an accident scene many years ago as a firefighter, and what happened, and it caused a lot of chronic back pain.
Mm-hmm.
I got to, several times I'd get to the point where I couldn't even walk, could not stand up.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends told me about Dr. Lawrence and how great of a job she did, so I thought I would give it a try. I've been to a few different chiropractors,
mm-hmm.
and not the best experience on some of them, but I thought I'd give Dr. Lawrence a try. And I crawled my way in here one day.
I remember.
Yep.
I remember. That was probably about 1.5 years ago.
Yes, it was. It was quite a long time ago. And I had to come in on a very regular, just every other day session for a while.
Yes.
And finally got to the point where I could stand up again.
And that was back when we first had gotten the decompression table. And you were probably one of the first patients that we had go on to the table as a chronic lower back patient. And we were also using a lot of the brain-based stuff with you with the oxygen and some of the other therapies as well at that time too. So I think you were seen over probably like a 3-month time frame. Tell me a little bit about, how long it took to feel better, that kind of thing.
It took probably about 2 weeks before I finally was able to get walking normally, and it was about 3 to 4 weeks before you got me so I could go back to work.
Right.
But overall, it was seeing you for about 3 months solid, and then we started to stretch it out to every 3 weeks and every 4 weeks, and probably within about 2 or 3 months within about 5 months of coming in here, I was starting to feel a lot better in here than in my back than I'd felt in many years.
Excellent. So let me ask you this, because I'm sure a lot of people wonder, there's that whole thing about going to the chiropractor forever and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of people wonder, okay, so it's all good while you're there and everything's feeling great while you're doing it, but as soon as you're not there all the time, that it's going to come back. What's been your experience with that?
I've actually found with both the treatment and the table that I've been a regular, but not every week. And I've stretched it sometimes 5 and 6 weeks between.
Right.
And the thing I find best about that is that when I come in here, I'm in and out quick.
Yeah.
It's not a 2-hour session trying to get my back loosened up before they can do anything.
Right.
I have had a couple of times where my back has flared. And as a matter of fact, it was a few months ago, I had a very bad flare-up. And I could barely walk. I drove up here, called and got in, and drove up, and went on the table and got my back stretched, and I walked out of here and went to work the next day.
Great.
That to me says a lot.
I think that you would also say too that you told me that that normally when your back went out, it was like a long scenario before you came back around again.
Yeah, when my back used to go out that bad, it would be weeks getting back so I could move again.
Right. So
and
now
for me to come up here and a half an hour later I'm walking out the door was very impressive. And the table stretching me out. Now, I didn't walk out in perfect health. Right. But by the time I got home and relaxed my back and everything else, I was ready to go back to work the next day. And that to me was, that's the best thing you can ask for right there. Excellent.
So what would you say to folks who are kind of on the fence and maybe have had a bad experience or maybe don't know anything about chiropractic and are kind of skeptical about trying it out?
I've had a bad experience. And I was nervous coming in to see Dr. Lawrence, I'll be honest with that one. But the best thing I can tell you is that she is, between her care at the table, on the pressure tables and on the decompression table, is that she has done wonders for my back. She's allowed me to get up and walk around again. When my back does flare up, I recover very quickly. The treatments, I come in on a very regular basis now, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm in and out in half an hour. Great. And that's with the decompression table, and that's all I could ask for. I would not hesitate to recommend Dr. Lawrence to anybody.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. I'm glad we could help you. And thanks for the video. Appreciate it.